long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think.
Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love. Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder.
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
So, Skeleton Crew, I believe, is probably the next TV show up. We haven't heard really much about it beyond some things that Cameron has been able to find out. He did have a friend who was an actress on it, and she basically said that it was the best experience she's ever had working anywhere. And it really goes to show you what a great storyteller Jon Favreau is. Of course, it stars Jude Law, journeyman actor. It's about these kids that are like lost in the galaxy, and Jude Law, I think, is playing a Jedi. And it's on the same time period after Return of the Jedi. So, Bedpan Bulletin, which is a Kathleen Kennedy support website and for misinformation, put this out there that the people inside Lucasfilm weren't happy with it. And of course, they added Jason Ward, because why wouldn't they add Jason Ward? Now, why are they doing this? We have not heard anything about Skeleton Crew. We haven't heard a word about it. Yet, we've got people who were not involved talking about it like they were. And I'm talking about Pablo Hidalgo. I'm talking about the story group. This is where this is all coming from. If Jason Ward had any contacts inside Lucasfilm, it probably is somebody in the story group, because they all share the same woke politics, even though Jason Ward is a misogynist and a groomer, from what we can learn from Ichibaka, through Ichibaka's investigations. I mean, to me, when I see stuff like this being puked out there by people who divided the fandom, attacked the fandom, we know Jason Ward was basically charged with running off all the old OT fans. The misinformation campaign that they've run on Kennedy's behalf. And you gotta wonder, why are they doing this? Well, Kathleen Kennedy's baby, the only TV show she had, really, beyond Andor, failed. The Acolyte. It's utter failure. It's at 17% Rotten Tomato audience score. The Nielsen ratings absolutely crashed. And they know that what's going to happen is it's not going to be renewed for a second season, even if Leslie Legohead runs around to every fan shill site she can that are friendly and save spaces for her, because she's psychotic and can't deal with someone challenging her or asking her tough questions like, about Harvey Weinstein. So they're doing this, I think, in spite, because The Acolyte was received so badly. And they know this will probably be a good show, that people will enjoy it. And that's the point, to get people to enjoy it. I'm looking at this and thinking the Whisper campaign is to hurt the show. They want people like Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, Midnight's Edge, and Tom Connors. They want them to totally trash it before they see it. Okay, they want it to be done. They want it to be completely obliterated before we ever get to see it. And that's the point of all that. That's the point of what they're doing. And, it's obvious to me that both sides might hate each other, But one side is too stupid to understand that they're being used by the other side to undermine what Jon Favreau is trying to do to save Star Wars. Okay, that's literally what's going on here. The fact of the matter is he brought back his crew that did The Mandalorian. Bryce Dallas Howard is directing one of the episodes of Skeleton Crew, and I can't wait to see it. Okay, but they're trying to get the Black Pill's attention so the show fails right off the bat because, look, there are enough dumbasses out there not asking the Black Pill's questions, not going and doing their research, going, that came from Jason Ward, like I would do it, like I would. Why are we repeating what he said? You have to understand that a YouTube channel like Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy Griggs freely admits he's not a Star Wars fan. So he doesn't give a shit. He's got no foot in the game. So ruining George Lucas's franchise is meaningless to him, okay? And the other ones who say they're fans, they don't give a shit either. This is the first time in their lives they've ever been popular with anybody, okay? And they're being used cleverly by Jason Ward through and spreading rumors that Skeleton Crew's bad.
I thought one just drew a pentagram on the floor and chanted, I summoned thee 3 times.
But one more crooked word. Your tongue could open a wine bottle.
I never had an agent. It's not like she worships the devil.
Well, she doesn't have to. He worships her.
The problem with Bedpan Bulletin is that they don't realize that people on the other side of the aisle that don't follow the herd of dumbassery going on YouTube know what they're doing. We know what they're doing. They're sowing the seeds to ruin Skeleton Crew, and they're trying to drive off Jon Favreau. All right? Like I said, he is the target of this bullshit. Okay? And Jason Ward, he was the one that planted the racist comments on Wikipedia about Kelly Marie Tran. He is the one that spread all kinds of misinformation across the internet on behalf of Kathleen Kennedy. He was charged by her to drive off the original fans. Who is his contact? Redditors have said it's Pablo Hidalgo who he talks to. They're both techie geeks. They know each other. Yeah, I can buy that. This is a theory that I buy. And Pablo is just cruel enough and enough of a bully to want to see other people in pain. All right? He likes hurting other people. Now, again, why are they doing this? Because they want to destroy something that the guy who came in and literally changed the way Star Wars is being made out the door because they don't want to see, really don't want to see, the sequel trilogy and all the rest of their woke shit go away. Jon Favreau is the target here. Okay, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you want to know who Kennedy is after, it's him. Now, she's not getting her contract renewed. All right, that's not happening. All right. I mean, when George Lucas pledged his voting shares to Bob Iger during the proxy battle, that was a quid pro quo. Okay. And anybody who's worked in politics like I have, knows when they see a quid pro quo. All right, because George isn't happy with the way things are going. Why wouldn't he say, I'll vote for you, your slate of candidates, but you need to give me something. Get that bitch out of here. Okay, there you go. All right. Yes, she was at his 80th birthday party. Big fat fucking deal. All right, she almost had to go. Okay, I wouldn't have invited her myself. And the fact that she had the balls to show up is just beyond me after all the trouble she's caused. All the franchises that George created. I mean, the woman had diarrhea shitting all over Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Willow, okay? And Jon Favreau comes in, basically saying he can fix it. Now, am I saying because Kathleen Kennedy's a woman, she couldn't? No, I'm not saying that. I think the right woman coming along who loves Star Wars, who respects Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams, Carrie Fisher, Ian McDermott, and everybody, she comes along, she can put her mark on it, but always reminding herself it's George's baby. I'm doing this for George. I'm not doing this for myself. Kathy never intended that. And when Jon walked in, he was usurping her thing. Okay. And that's ultimately the problem. That's ultimately what's going on here. All right. The Whisper campaign is designed from inside Lucasfilm to destroy the skeleton crew before we ever get to see it. Okay. Now, I don't know if any of the big channels that I mentioned are aware of what Bedpan Bulletin are doing. Honestly, I don't think they care. But when the show finally releases a trailer, then we're going to start hearing about things. I personally can't wait to see it. And I know who's behind this Whisper campaign. And I want you guys to go on to X, at Robert Iger, at Jon, Jon, / Favreau, Favreau, and tell them what's going on. And don't sound like you're hysterical. Just say, look, there are indications there's a Whisper campaign coming from inside Lucasfilm trying to destroy the reception for Skeleton Crew. And it's coming from an ad making Star Wars, ad Bedpan Bulletin, ad Pablo Hidalgo if you need it. Okay, just do it. Get their attention. Now, Favreau and Iger might not be using X right now, but they have staff that look at the social media. Okay? All right? Because you see people's behavior change the moment those two get alerted. All right? And I don't think they would even need proof of what was going on. They know who's leaking. They know who's leaking. Okay? They know who's lying. They know who's a Kennedy ally at Lucasfilm. All right, and they know who's not going to be there when she goes. Okay? So I want to put this out there. This really kind of pisses me off that they would do this. But again, Pablo is the kind of person whose personality is such that he enjoys inflicting pain on everybody else. Okay? He enjoys hurting people, which is why we are where we are right now, at least with the story group. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.